Kushner says he wants to be fully transparent, and he'll have several more chances to prove it. He goes before the House Intelligence Committee on Tuesday, and the Senate committee that met with him on Monday, Elaine, is already eager to have him back.
Well, Nancy, what's the sense on Capitol Hill regarding Jared Kushner's statements? Did lawmakers find his testimony satisfactory?
They certainly found it revealing, Elaine, the fact that he sort of went point by point through every single meeting that he says he had with Russian officials, Russian businessmen, in one case a Russian lawyer. You know, there's been a lot of confusion around here about what exactly his role in the campaign was, and to hear him tell it, he basically did a little bit of everything. So the fact that he sort of gave them a little more insight into a unique campaign, as he put it, and all the different roles he was playing is something that they will appreciate. However, they also have their own sources of information, Elaine, and so what they'll be doing now is comparing what he said to congressional investigators to their own understanding of the sequence of events, and they'll be looking for discrepancies.
Well, Nancy, Donald Trump Jr. and former Trump campaign chairman Paul Manafort are also set to speak with senators this week. What can we expect from their testimony?
Well, we've already kind of gotten a preview because Donald Trump Jr. did go on Fox News and talk to Sean Hannity about his recollections from that meeting. But, you know, it's really a different situation because you've got the Senate Judiciary Committee, an entirely different committee, which is interested in meeting behind the scenes with Manafort and with Donald Trump Jr. But what they really want is to have a hearing with the two of them in the open, and then it would sort of be no holds barred because senators could ask them anything that they wanted. It would not necessarily have to be confined to that one particular meeting. That's something that understandably Trump Jr. and Manafort are not as interested in, and that's why they kind of reached this compromise whereby they will meet with the committee in private first to sort of go over some of the parameters of what they might talk about in public.
Meantime, Nancy, the House will vote Tuesday on legislation to impose new sanctions on Russia, Iran, and North Korea. On Air Force One, Sarah Huckabee Sanders indicated the president had not made a firm decision regarding whether he would approve them. What would happen if he didn't?
Well, the senators and House members that we've spoken to believe that they have enough votes to override any presidential veto. So, you know, even if he doesn't go along with it, they really feel comfortable that this will be law at the end of the day. You know, these sanctions bills in earlier forms were overwhelmingly approved by both the House and the Senate. So the expectation is that that will happen again, both to send a very strong message to Russia that Congress does not appreciate that Russia meddled in the U.S. election and invaded Crimea, but also to send a strong message to this White House. Keep in mind that the president is not just at odds with Democrats or the intelligence community when it comes to Russia. He's at odds with a number of Republicans, most Republicans, in fact, who do not share his views about Russia, who get frustrated with the fact that he doesn't seem to acknowledge that Russia meddled in the U.S. election. And so these sanctions send a message to him as well that they feel very differently and that they're going to act whether he likes it or not.
All right, another busy week ahead. Nancy Cordes on Capitol Hill. Nancy, thank you.
You're welcome.